to give her kudos because, oh, we are recording in progress. It's not that long of a kudos, but as Joan had mentioned about hospitality, it was about a year ago that Lynn shared a story, and she gave a gentle nudge that if anyone in the congregation wanted to have a deeper connection with this church or feel more rooted, if you will, a great way to do that was hospitality. I took the usher route and signed Mariana and I up for a monthly contribution to that, volunteering of that. So I want to thank her for that because it was a very gentle God nudge, but something that is so easy and does really, truly help you get to know people better. So I think you would all agree you know me better than you did a year ago, and this is the lady you have to thank for that.
My daughter said, "Don't trip." Hello. Hi. Ooh, I'm a little nervous. Okay, can you all hear me? Yes. Good. So I'm not an off-the-cuff kind of person like Mike last week. I'm going to have to read what I wrote just to keep us on track. And I timed myself. My cat heard it. It was 15 minutes, so we'll see how I do. Title, How to Be a Friend. The two Bible verses that I have chosen. 1 Peter chapter 4, verses 8 and 10. Above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins. Offer hospitality to one another without grumbling. Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. John chapter 15, verses 12 and 13. My command is this: love each other as I have loved you. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. Why and how did I decide to use this title as my topic? The last time I gave the message here, thanks Lisa, was a year ago, and the topic was on belonging. I shared my struggle about that, and I can honestly say I no longer wrestle with that. And I fully feel like I belong here. Now I'll share my struggle about being a friend and where I was and where I am now. It is only within the last few years that I feel like I know what it really means to be a friend. Before I talk about that, I'll give you an example of what a few of my friendships were like. Not all, but a few. I had a friendship where we were very close, and we hung out with a bunch of people. We would go camping and do a lot of things together. This person was hurting. She was angry, and she could be rude. For some reason, I felt trapped in that friendship, and I didn't know how to get out. So I stuck with her, and over time, the group dwindled, and it was just the two of us. We did a lot of things together. Most of the time, we had fun, but sometimes her behavior towards others was really difficult for me. It felt really wrong, but I didn't know how to fix her, and I didn't know how to get out. Donna was a part of that group at the time. Donna had boundaries. She watched me struggle with that friendship She tried to give me direction. It took a while for me to finally walk away from her, and I felt really alone. And do you know who was there for me? Donna. She was patient and kind. She warmly invited me to a women's group she was having at her house. That was like well into this book, like they were already like halfway through it, and invited me. Got a book for me, and I found some new friends there. She did not judge me. I do believe that God puts people in our lives to help us and guide us and help us to grow and to love us. I recently read this. So what is a friend? You have to have a definition of something before you can build it. My definition of a friend is the exact same definition for a friendship, a romantic relationship, and the exact same definition for community. A friendship is when two people agree to grow together, and a community is a group of people who agree to grow together. I'm gonna go off the rails here. Look at us. I am so proud of us. It's been almost 3 months since Brian's left. And we are continuing everything we were doing before. We're growing. All of our core groups are continuing to meet. I listened to our budget at SALT, and we're doing well. We haven't missed a beat with someone to come up and give a message, and in the entire month of November is filled, if we need it. I'm just so proud of us. And I also want to say that if you're hurting and you need a pastor, Cameron McDonald has agreed to meet with people. We also have Jean DeCrow and the entire Befrienders team. So if you need someone, please reach out. So where are my friendships today? They're mostly right here in this room. I have met some amazing and loving people in the very short time that I've been here. I couldn't possibly talk about this topic without mentioning LaVon. She was the gateway to the rest of you. She let me in. She let me know her. And because of her, I got to know our coffee group, which is really my core group of people. And I'm so grateful for that. And Judy Tabor. If you knew how many times she has dropped everything to help me. Last week, she picked me up with my cat, who was sick, to take me to the vet. Because if I take him myself in the carrier, he does such terrible things in that carrier that it's so awful. He barfed on the entire door of her car. She was like, whatever, it's fine. Of course, I cleaned it up, but... And I know I can count on her if I need her for that. And then there is Steve. He's a tough nut to crack. But he has let me in. He let me be there for him last year when he had a major surgery. And he was there for my surgery. I woke up from my surgery and I had Judy to the left and Steve to the right.
I'll never be right.
I also have a coworker and a friend named Elise, who I've mentioned from time to time. She is a nurse and the mother of 3 young boys. She is younger than my daughter, Sarah. She is a light at work, happy, funny, caring. I felt connected to her immediately. A few years ago, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. She went through 2 major surgeries, chemo, and endless doctor's appointments. I felt helpless to do anything beyond taking her and her family the occasional meal. And then I remembered a few years back, at the beginning of the pandemic, because I have a liver disease, I took 8 weeks off of work because they closed down my department and I had nowhere to go. Every day she sent me a text and a message and a meme and an Instagram post and a Facebook message. And it really held me. It meant so much to me, and when she was going through her chemo, and she was so sick, and she couldn't receive phone calls, I decided to record short videos of myself talking to her. From work, in my scrubs, at home, laying on my couch, while I was going for a walk or a run, I would send her little messages, and most of the time she could not respond, and I didn't expect her to. Later, she told me she was so grateful for those simple words of encouragement and love. And sometimes people just need to know that they are thought of and loved and prayed for. I feel like the friends I have now, I just don't even need those boundaries. But if it ever comes up, just know that I'll have them. Sometimes it's hard for people to reach out and ask for help when they're going through a tough time. I came across this video that Tom is going to play by Simon Sinek. He is an author and a motivational speaker. Tom.
Very hard time, and she was telling me about this awful time she went through. And I wanted to be sympathetic, but at the same time I was really pissed off that she didn't call me. And I was like, I'm here, I love you, I support you, you're always there for me, why wouldn't you let me be there for you? How selfish are you, like you wouldn't let me be there for you? She says to me, I did, I reached out to you a number of times. And I look at my phone, like the text, she goes, wanna come over? I'm like, how the hell do I know that that's a cry for help versus every other time you ask me over, which sounds exactly the same? And so she read an article that says that when somebody's struggling, all they need is 8 minutes of help or support from a friend to get them back on track. And so we came up with a code. We write to each other, do you have 8 minutes? It means I need you. And anybody can step out of a meeting for 8 minutes to be there for a friend. I have a dear, dear friend who's going through a very hard time, and she was telling me about this awful time she went through. And I wanted to be...
I saw that on Instagram. That was one of the videos that Elise sent me. And it just really stuck with me. I have 8-minute friends. Do you? And if you're not sure, I can be that 8-minute friend for you. And if you want, I'll give you my phone number right after church. Just come and find me in the kitchen, because I'm also in the kitchen today. I won't be by the door. It's the 3rd week of the month. And I'll do the kitchen next week, Joan. Is anybody... Anybody want to help me? I'm going to read from Kate Bowler. I love Kate Bowler. I read something from her almost every single day. This is from the book, The Lives We Actually Have. For friends who hold us up, God, you called me to love, but people are inherently risky. I looked at you, Steve. Telling my story, being known, asking for help, complaining again about the thing I worry about might sound cliche by now. Shouldn't I be over it already? But something is happening when I am known. I am becoming stronger somehow. I am reminded of the pillars I've seen holding up cathedrals, flying buttresses, engineered to provide support for a fragile wall, allowing them to be built taller, more stunning, more covered with ornaments or filled with stained glass, letting all the colorful light dance in. The walls would collapse without them there, but strengthened, they create something beautiful. God, when I am no longer quite so tall and strong, give me those who hold me up and remind me of who I am and that I am loved. Yes, I will get back up again today. I will try again. I know I will, because someone else's absurd faith in me is fortifying. So blessed are our flying buttresses, for they hold us up when everything seems ready to come apart, allowing us to face today, not because we're doing it alone, but precisely because we aren't. One more reading. Trish Kelhagen wrote this on her Facebook page, and I asked her if it was okay if I read this and closed my message with it. She said yes. Over the last couple of days, I've had 3 heartfelt, meaningful conversations with friends. This is how we continue to move through this very challenging time. Perhaps we have the opportunity to talk with someone we don't know very well. One person, one conversation. Listening, a hug that you offer twice to cover both sides of the heart, and showing someone you care. Letting people know beyond a doubt, I see you, I love you, I hear you. Each positive, loving action we offer ripples out, and it absolutely makes a difference. Thank you.